Om Shanti. Experiment on yourself and others with your mind, with the power of yoga. Go into the depths of the ocean. Sit in the laboratory of practice and experiment with yoga, and you will experience the support of the One Father and move away from the many types of obstacles of Maya. At present, you are moving along in the waves of the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of virtues, and the ocean of powers, just on the surface. And through this, you only experience temporary refreshment. However, when you go into the depth of the ocean, you will have unique experiences and attain jewels. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 18. Experiment on yourself and others with your mind with the power of yoga. Today's topic: go into the depths of the ocean. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Every day there is something special will be happening for this celebration of festival of Diwali. I think it's a very joyful and very important festival in India because celebration is about first the victory of Lord Rama over Ravan. And in that victory, they show that Rama came back from exile and he was the coronation day. He was crowned, and so every home had lights and celebration, and it's quite a big thing, especially in India. And Indians abroad, they do, but not that much, right? Because even if we use other lights, not theirs. And because those who do traditionally, it's quite a lot of things. I remember when we were in Lokix with big family, to be 1 month at least. They start cleaning, and now today is the day they call it Dhanteras, right? They buy a new pot, they buy gold. Like today, gold shops will be so busy because everyone, they have to buy something new, right? And there are stories, I don't know much. So I'm asking some of the sisters and brothers if they know much, So you might hear some of the stories later. We can buy something new too, right? Think about it. It's not something physical, but it could be something, a gift from Baba, or gift from family, or any blessing, something, or any certificate, because that's also something important. But what Brother Bridgman was talking about, the cloth, because clot is considered to very dangerous. It could be anywhere in the body. And recently, someone couldn't walk, and so we said, "What's wrong?" So we did MRI and found a little clot, and they immediately removed the clot, and everything was okay. So Dadi Janki, or for heart, they call it blockages. Something blocks the blood circulation in the veins. So whether it's clotting or blocking, whatever we call it, and so thinking, there is something that happened or you felt, so your thoughts go back and forth. And that's called clot, because it's not passing, it's not moving. So one of the important thing, especially this today's experiment on what we call it in Hindi, Vichar Sagar Manthan. Vichar is thought, Sagar is ocean, Manthan is churning, like in butter, in yogurt, when they churn it, the butter emerges. Dahi vilote hain. So what start coming on the top is butter. So Baba also says that the habit of churning knowledge will bring butter. That means very powerful points. And when anything comes from your own churning, you could feel that strength, you can feel power, or you can see that butter. So not get stuck on anything, but it's something similar to what we are practicing is going in the depth of ocean. Then you churn. If you churn water for 1 hour, what will come? Nothing. You will get tired, right? So wasteful. Any wasteful, you keep thinking, what will happen? You will get tired, no? But if there is churning of butter, yogurt, then butter comes. Right? So we have always to watch where my thoughts are going again and again. That means from there, the blood is not passing. That means again blockage is there. And especially when there is blockage in the intellect and mind, very dangerous. You don't know what could happen. So that is why Baba, during Baba's time, he used to listen to Murli or Dadi Jani. 15 minutes after Murli, we all used to sit, either churn the knowledge or discuss with someone what you understood, what's the deep meaning, and we used to call it apsaman. That means you sit and have spiritual conversation. I don't know how many of you do that in your friendship or in your company, or just talk about this is happening, that's, oh, have you heard this? Have you heard that? A lot into that. But some they said today what Baba said. What was the meaning? What really he was saying, in a deeper way. So churning or conversation, what we call it, Rurehan. Like Dadis, they always, when they sat, even Dadi Gulzar, Dadi Janki, every evening, Dadi Janki generally used to go to class in the evening. And when she returned, she will go to Dadi Gulzar. Sometimes we are sitting there and they start chatting about knowledge, unless they have something else very important. So we all should also have this habit of either you are churning or you are having spiritual chit chat. It's very important. At least once or twice amongst yourself, just have little bit on what do you think, what do you understand from this point, and then go into depth of that point. So Baba says that go into the depth of the ocean. Baba says sit in the lab of practice and experiment with yoga, and you will experience the support of the Father. And Baba said, stay away from the many types of obstacles of Maya. So Baba said, at present you are moving along in the waves of the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of virtues, an ocean of power, just on the surface. And through this, you only experience temporary refreshment. Like people go to beaches, no, temporary on the top waves. However, when you go into the depth of the ocean, you will have unique experiences, and also you will attain jewels of jewels, any type of jewels. Right? Beautiful, lot to do if we do. So today, keep aim that this is what I will be doing, going in deep silence in the ocean. It's really you will find lot of jewels, lot of jewels. Not to go in depth what is useless. Let it pass. It's all right. Everyone has different part to play, and why we have to think so much? Baba is working on us. Baba is making us worthy. Take benefit of Baba's company, right? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Mohini Didi.
Hello, Om Shanti.
How lovely to see you. It feels as if I'm meeting you in Saraswati Bhavan, that I'm there. So it's lovely to join you, and I'm really enjoying this theme today. I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you, but before I came to knowledge, just before, and I actually feel this was part of my spiritual journey, I did scuba diving. And you go into the depths of the ocean. And when you go down there, it's a whole different world. And you're floating, and actually it feels like you're flying. But it's very interesting in terms of when you're at the surface in the waves, it can be quite exciting, but at the same time, it can also actually be a bit disturbing if there's too much going on. So you actually want to get down into the depths as soon as possible. But to go down, it's that moment of beginning to descend that you have to use a lot of control, and you have to release the breath so that your body can sink. And it's a very subtle moment. And I'm kind of equating to how do we go down and get to that depth in the ocean? You know, in a physical way, in the physical ocean, you have to concentrate, let go, release the air, and let the body sink. And then once you're down there, it's so easy to be down there, and you know, you can just enjoy, and everything is available to you. So in terms of what would be that way, or that what would be the steps to be able to go into the depths of the ocean and not just stay at the surface? And maybe it's connected to that aspect of the thinking, not churning water, but churning butter. So getting to the depths of the ocean.
Can you say a few words about yourself?
Yes. So I am Sister Tanya, and I am in the center in Montreal. And some of you may be thinking, she looks kind of familiar because I'm the Lockett sister of Sister Judy, who's in Calgary. And actually, we very much like to, when we connect, we do have a lot of spiritual chit chat. We very much enjoy that. And I feel very fortunate to have someone who's available, very easily available, that I can do that with. I've been in knowledge in Baba's Gyan for a little, almost 27 years now. Yeah, 27 years. And yeah, enjoying being here with the family in Montreal. And I forgot to mention also, it's lovely to see the lovely jewels of the Avyakti Parivar. So a warm welcome, and enjoying being with you this evening. So yes, getting into the depths of the ocean.
Yeah, I don't know if there are steps in the ocean. There are waves in the ocean. And when there is a wave, some are the waves on the beach, So Baba calling it surface. But it's so interesting that even with the waves, lot of precious jewels comes out. Sometimes in the mornings, if you go, I don't know here, but I still remember that, because my birth is in Karachi, and Karachi has lot of oceans. And I remember early morning when we used to walk, very little red color. I don't know even what you call them. In Hindi, we say ratiye, and very beautiful red color. And sometimes there are shells, and lot of pearls have come out of those shells. Even on the sand, you find all these things. And then, of course, if you are kind of how to handle the waves, then you stay in the high tide. And then that also takes you down, no? Little more down, because tides could be very, very deep. And then there are some, of course, those who have learned to dive like we have one of the sister Chiria. She loves to go, into the, she dies. That means she goes down all the way with her, wings, and she really loves it. And she said, you don't want to come out. And then every time she will bring something, she will die and say, look, I found this, I found. So I think you have to be very light. You have to allow yourself to go down with the waves. And, but of course, I think you have to be fearless, right? Because sometimes when you're going down, you are scared. But those who know how to swim, then to dive, I think that they really enjoy it very much. And so I think circumstances, situations of the world are like waves, no? And then they also say in Hindi that, don't get lost. Like today, Baba is saying that the waves on the surface. So we are spend whole day caught up into those waves. But if we say no, it's all right, this will keep going on. Take your time and go into silence, or just say, I will be in solitude. You have to make time for yourself. And when you are in solitude, then automatically you feel so deep silence. And in that silence, you go into the bottom, like you are not thinking about anything external, but just deep love for Baba. It could be wisdom which Baba has given. Like you are going in a very deeper meaning and understanding of knowledge. And then you go more deeper where you are not even churning, but you are in deep, again, silence or very deep love or peace. Deep, just not. And then you are merged in that. And that's like going into the bottom of the ocean. So I think that keep away, swim through the waves, no? Waves are really meant for us to swim. But those who don't know how to swim, they will quickly come out, right? Sometimes I have seen, even for us, many of us, as soon as we see a big wave coming, you start running towards the shore because you don't know what could happen. So, really, there are some individuals, and as it is time for Brother Bridgman, I remember that I was in Delhi also with it. Many circumstances will come, many situations, but he was never nervous or scared or anything. He always knew that there is a way, there is victory also. So he will just always find out some very nice way of solutions And during that, finding that way, the service happens. One time there was a new law and which was affecting organization. So those days, okay, Baba gave a message. He said, Baba, what to do now? Baba said, when it is time to do service, you all get nervous. In the sense of now is the time you go meet people, meet those who have, clarify things with them. And I always remember that whenever a situation is there, it's for you to serve those people, go into depth. And recently I went to Delhi just for a day. And within short time, not only we met people, we met top person. Then he also started going to the center. Every step there is service, every step. But if we get affected by why this is not happening, why this is not happening, how will it happen, not happen, no? So we are just stuck in the task. But even with Brahma Baba, once there was something for our mama, when she had to appear in the court, and she said, I'm not going to take oath. I am not going to say God is omnipresent. What I will speak will be told. She said, no, God is not omnipresent. So like she was thinking how to reveal Baba's message instead of how to get out of this case. No, at every step, that's what Mama did. Or we were talking of few of the things with Brother Bridgman, that how he will always find a good solution and never get, oh, what's going to happen. Baba had said, you will be, but he was very wise, in the sense of he knew how to come out of this trap or obstacles. Many, many big ones also. Because in the beginning, organization was new, people didn't know us. So a lot of things used to happen. So I think that one thing you have to be really fearless and say that these waves will take me in the bottom, or these waves will brought me, when I come out, I will have few more experiences, something like that. So just go in the waves and see what happens. Right?
That's lovely. I feel like we've gone scuba diving. And I like this idea that in going in the depths, you're developing your courage. You're developing that courage because, and I like the tie in to what Baba talked about on Thursday in terms of, cultivating that stage of solitude, that subtlety of being that allows us then to very easily and fearlessly go into those depths. And then having that fearlessness developed and feeling so full, yeah, we're ready for service. We're ready for anything. Beautiful. I just wanted to also just touch on, I know we're kind of nearing the end of the time, but just wanted to mention that, the Bogue message that you were the instrument for Brij Mohan Bhai, I was so touched by this one phrase in there, and it was what Baba is saying, what Baba wants, what I have to become. And it was like it touched something deep inside. And I actually, it's kind of strange because when I used to go swimming, I used to get butterflies because I loved it so much. I loved being in the waves. And I actually felt that excitement in those butterflies because it felt like it was Baba not just telling us what we have to do, but waking something up inside of the soul. And, I feel that, everything Baba's saying now is about trying to wake up the stage or the power or the virtue, the whatever it is that's needed for what's coming, for the waves that might be coming. And so, it's very it's very beautiful, like a gift that we're receiving from Bruj Mohan by going to Baba, and through this message that's waking up in us, I think, what he had in the relationship that he had with Baba and with service. So that was very, very exciting. So thank you for that. And then I had one final thing, which was, you know, we know that yoga is everything. And there's still, I think, room for us to grow in terms of the yoga, the quality of yoga we're having. And for whatever reason, after that Merle on Thursday about solitude, this phrase of how can I bridge that gap between, you know, sitting to have yoga or having yoga and being yogi. So, you know, and I think this is connected to very much what I've been taking from this whole month of experimenting with yoga is Baba saying, stop just having yoga, but be yogi and move through those waves, move through those experiences as yogis. So how can what is it that maybe we need to focus on that will allow us to not just be having yoga, but being yogi and experimenting with that yoga?
Because I think that we all are yogi souls, because yoga is, of course, connection with Baba, but also, you know, yogi soul will have dharana, yogi soul, you know, all whole lifestyle is of a yogi soul. But also my love for Baba, only one Baba, you know, once that is there, some or other you have yoga whole day, not whole day, but since you belong to Baba, there is yoga. So I think that each one of us, we are yogi souls, and we have sanskars of, you know, just be with Baba, be in solitude, learn more, you know, all this is our nature. And by nature we are, I feel, Baba's yogi children, right? And even whatever some have struggled with Maya, some obstacles, sometimes some things they are not able to do proper. But deep within they either struggle or make efforts to be just with Baba, you know. Deep within everyone, Baba's child just want to be with Baba. And those are really qualities of a yogi soul.
Beautiful. Thank you. I wonder if we've reached our time limit. And I think that's very beautiful we are yogi, and to trust that and allow that to express itself very naturally. And that was also bridged by natural yogi. Sorry, go ahead.
Yesterday we had Elizabeth, she sang for you. You have something for us?
I can try. I never know how the sound is going to be, but let's see how this goes. It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay, but our love is here to stay. And oh my dear, Our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay. But our love, our love, our love is here to stay. All the love of the Avyakti Parivar forever.
It's amazing. Hmm? Okay. Now we're going to hear a short little bit understanding about Dhan Teras. Dhan is wealth, right? Hmm.
Thank you.
ऐसे हो जाओ हम्म, इधर फेसिंग कर जिस लैंग्वेज में चाहिए बोलो ट्रांसलेशन हो
हिंदी हिंदी में
हिंदी में
शुरू करो।
हम्म, हम्म, अभी ठीक है फूलों के साथ सुंदर लग रहा है
ओम शांति। वास्तव में आज के दिन के लिए शास्त्रों में ऐसे बताते हैं कि
ये
She'll
घड़ी
be
हटा
speaking in Hindi,
हटा दो यहाँ
so please turn on your translation. Select the language.
ओम शांति। वास्तव में आज के दिन के लिए शास्त्रों में ऐसी कहानी बताते हैं कि आप सबको तो पता ही होगा ना कि समुद्र मंथन किया गया था, तो उसमें से एक पॉट अमृत का निकला था और दूसरा औषधियों का, जड़ी बूटियों का, और वो धन्वंतरी देवता को दिया गया था, जिसमें कि सारी मना हेल्दी जड़ी बूटियां थी जिससे सदा ही निरोगी रह सके। इसलिए खास आज के दिन जो साबुत धनिया और गुड़ का भी सेवन किया जाता है, उसका ही जैसे प्रसाद व धन्वंतरी देवता को चढ़ाया जाता है। और साथ साथ दूसरी दो ऐसी मान्यताएं है कि जो जिस बिजनेस में होगा, जिस फील्ड में, उस चीजों की पूजा की जाती है आज। और जो अकाउंट्स बुक रहता है उसका क्लोजिंग आज हो जाता है, उसका भी पूजा की जाती है। साथ साथ तीसरी बात ये है कि जो भी बर्तन है जिसमें हम खाना बनाते हैं, जो शरीर की हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा रहता है और जरूरी भी रहता है, तो वो पॉट्स से न्यू खरीदी किए जाते हैं। साथ साथ दान भी किए जाते हैं, और सोना भी खरीदी किया जाता है और वो भी दान किया जाता है। वरना शॉर्ट में ऐसे कहा जा सकता है कि सागर से हमें रतन भी मिलते हैं, तो साथ साथ हेल्दी, वरना बाबा ज्ञान सागर से अब हम ज्ञान सुनते हैं तो संपत्तिवान भी बन जाते हैं, तो हेल्दी भी बन जाते हैं, और नई नई ईयर की शुरुआत भी हो जाती है। तो 2 ही दिनों के बाद फिर न्यू ईयर भी शुरू हो जाता है। तो खास आज धन्वंतरी देवता की पूजा की जाती है। ओम शांति।
थैंक यू
Om Shanti. Thank you. So tomorrow is Saturday and I'm scheduled from